Lefty, lefty, lefty. The happy leftist. Woo!
Hello! Greetings and salutations. You know who I am? I'm Lefty Smiley. I'm the happiest leftist in the world. I don't want to be a brooding, conservative. Say, all you leftists act like victims until you treat people like a victim. You make them believe they're a victim. Well, I found a victim here. Now, this guy, Kevin Sorbo, the biggest Hollywood victim you ever heard. Let's proceed.
Sad that we've gotten so angry and so divided. But why can't we have a civil talk about our disagreements? And you can't do that today, especially in Hollywood. My name is Kevin Sorbo, and this is my story. So you might know me from Hercules, The Legendary Journeys. I got to brag a little bit. That was the most watched show in the world. 7 years.
Actually, it was not. It was the third watched TV show. And the only people who watched it are millennials. And they were too busy watching their video games to even pay attention to what was going on the screen. So he's a nobody. James Dean. He only lived for 2 years, but he made 2.5 movies in a span of 2 years, which is pretty good. But then he had a little traffic accident, and that was the end of that. This guy been around for about 10 years. He only made one movie. It wasn't even a movie, it was a TV movie. Nobody watched. He's been in Christian movies that nobody watched. He was in a couple of pilots of sitcoms. Didn't get past the pilot. So let's continue.
So where it began for me, I grew up in a little town called Mound, Minnesota. And 11 years old, we took a field trip into the Guthrie Theater, a very famous theater in Minneapolis.
And you know who it was named after? Shh. It was named after Woody Guthrie, the communist folk singer. He was a member of the Communist Party. So this conservative Christian got a start in a theater that was named after a communist. Let's continue.
And so we went to see Shakespeare's Merchant of Venice. Now, number one, I was 11, right? Shakespeare, I don't know what the heck they were saying on stage, but I was mesmerized by the actors. I was mesmerized.
He doesn't know what the heck is anything said. You have to get a translator when he watches TV, especially Fox News or Newsmax or whatever.
By people being mesmerized. I was looking around on the way home. My mom said, "What do you think?" And I said, "You know something, Mom? I'm gonna be an actor." And I got that nice little pat on the leg.
Pat on the leg, huh? Boy, incense peppermints. Never mind.
My mom said, "That's nice to hear." And it wasn't until I got to college. And I had a double major in marketing and advertising, but I had a minor in drama because I knew what I really wanted to do. I gotta say there were some sidetracks in my life before I made the big move to Los Angeles. And it's always about a girl, right? So I met a girl my last year of college, and she was a big-time model, and she had already been traveling the world.
I highly doubt that. Let's move it up a little, because this is all a bunch of egotistical doo-doo. Okay, here we go. Doo-doo-doo. Okay.
And the hope it continues. The difference today, I think, is back then compared to now. I think you got to play even more of a game now. You got to be ready to, I think, bite your lip more than ever in the climate that's going on in America today, the climate that's going on in the world, because you've got this whole woke thing, this cancel culture where people come after you and it can tear you down for something you said 30 years ago, which is insane to me. And these are the...
During the McCarthy era, during the blacklist era, when Joseph McCarthy had these hearings, he busted people for going to a Communist Party meeting 30 years prior. So if you went to a Communist Party meeting in 1932, they took away your job and your career. So keep that in mind. The McCarthy era, the originators of cancel culture.
Same people apparently are perfect people that never, what does it say in the Bible? You without sin cast the first stone. But I didn't notice it until I got up to Canada, where I filmed my second series, Andromeda. And I started noticing more on the set there when two of the actors on the show found out I was conservative. And they said, "You're a Republican, you're against education." And I went, "I'm against it?"
They said mean things to him. Hurt his feelings. What a crybaby. Would you like some cheese with that wine? Oh, they don't like my political views. Oh. Okay.
Education. I said, "What?" I said, that blew my mind. But then I started...
You have to have a mind to be blown.
When I started doing more and more movies, that's when I started hearing people saying stuff on the set. And I would challenge people. I'm like, "Well, what do you mean by that?" I mean, they love their labels. You're a homophobe. You're a racist.
You're anti-American. You're a pinko. You're a libtard. What else? You're a snowflake. Yeah, the leftist, the so-called left, is the only one who tells names. Give me a break, Jake.
They send me. And I go, "Okay, tell me how I am. Where does that come from?" I've been on the set of so many movies and TV shows in 30 plus years, and I've worked with so many people that are gay, lesbian, whatever. There's not one that would say I was...
This guy's gay, but not in a sexual way. Okay. All right. Now, I'm setting him up for my main point. Here we go.
Okay.
See this guy? No, not this guy. This guy. See him? Arnold Schwarzenegger. Arnold Schwarzenegger. Do you think anybody comes up to him and starts hurting his feelings because he's a Republican? I like to see you insult Mr. Schwarzenegger. First of all, he's a conservative. He's a Republican. Nobody in Hollywood cares. They just like his acting. Some liberals even voted for him when he was governor of California. Okay? He's not a victim. I think he's doing all right. Yeah, there he is. Okay. Clint Eastwood. Dirty Harry, the man with no name. People loved him, like me. He was great in the spaghetti westerns, he was great in Dirty Harry, and many others. You think anybody's gonna mess with him? Huh? He was a mayor of some small California town. And he was fine in Hollywood. He was fine in Hollywood. I used to know the man myself. Okay. John Wayne. Now come on. He was 6'2". And you think anybody cared that he was a Republican? A conservative? He supported Nixon. He supported, I don't know, a whole bunch of people. Okay. Now, here's another Hollywood legend, Charlton Heston. Charlton Heston, huh? He was the head of the NRA. You think anybody in Hollywood? You think anybody in Hollywood was criticizing him because he was a conservative and he was pro-gun? They made tributes to him. So, in conclusion, Kevin, stop being a big baby. It's the reason you can't get any gigs in Hollywood. It's because your acting sucks. Instead of being a methodless actor, become a method actor. Learn the craft of acting. You look like, I don't know, some guy from a gay porn who's just there for his Aryan looks. But you just stop crying, stop whining. The conservatives are not being victimized or censorshiped. That's a load of crap, and you know it, Kevin. So, I'll leave with a joke. Here's my joke for today. Do you know why the Polish Communist Party never celebrates May Day? I'll tell you why. Because they don't remember what month it's in. Okay, get your shots. Bye.
Okay.
I just made one error.